All right, guys, welcome back to Mets Minded. Hey, this episode we're going to take a look at the series from this most recent road trip to Seattle and San Diego. Yeah, I had kind of a rough week. Some plumbing problems around the house kind of threw off my routine. It's definitely a shitty situation, but nothing's going to get in the way of continuing to document this 2026 Mets season. So let's get right into it here. Coming off the sweep of the Marlins at home, we head out west. Another West Coast trip, this time to Seattle for 3 games, then San Diego for 3 more. Game 1 in Seattle was rather uneventful in terms of offense. Both teams combined for 6 hits, and 4 of them were home runs. Mets would start off with Austin Warren as the opener for 1 inning. He was followed by Manaea, who allowed a solo home run in the 3rd. Mets scored in the 5th on a Jared Young home run to tie the game at 1 and would take the lead the following inning on Marcus Semion's 6th home run of the season. Brooks Raley came on in the 7th, gave up a tying home run to Josh Naylor. And then the game would go to the 10th inning. Mets failing to score in the top. A.J. Minter allowed a Rosarena, who was a ghost runner, allowed him to steal 3rd, and gave up a 1-out single for the walk-off loss. So, like I said, we came off sweeping the Marlins at home, flew out to Seattle, had to play a game the next night. It's a tough game. The offense struggled. We only scored on the home runs. They only scored on the home runs until, they got the ghost runner score and the extras. Tough way to start the series. Not much really to speak of. As I mentioned, Warren, an inning pitch as an opener. Manaea, 5 innings. Has 4 strikeouts, only gave up the 1 run on 1 hit and 1 walk. Raley, unfortunately, allowed the Mariners to tie it then. Weaver and Williams each held him down, get us to the extras, and then they were able to score on a walk-off because we didn't score in the top of the 10th. Jared Young, 1 for 3 with a home run. Semien, 1 for 3 with a home run. Mets only 2 hits, 0 walks. Go on to game 2, where we use Brazoban as the opener. After a clean first, he came out to pitch to second as well. But a single and then a home run by Wisdom put the Mariners up 2-0. Jonah Tong come in with 2 outs and a runner at second, and he got out of it with no more damage. Mets would tie it up in the 3rd on a home run by Carson Bench, and that scored A.J. Ewing. But they would give it right back on consecutive errors by Semien and Vientos. Following an inning would see Tong load the bases with 2 walks and a single, then another run scored on a sac fly. Then in the 5th, Tong fell apart a little bit, allowed 2 singles, and then with 2 outs gave up a 3-run home run to make it 7-2. Carson Bench hit another home run, this time a solo shot in the 6th, trying to ignite a rally. After that, a single by Soto and a Jared Young walk would follow, but Vientos hit into an ending double play. Seattle tacked on another run on a home run by Julio Rodriguez in the 6th off Cionel Perez. That would be all the scoring. Mariners win this one 8-3. Brazoban 1 2/3. gave up the 2 runs. Tong 2 1/3 with 4 strikeouts, gave up 4 runs, most of it on the 5 runs total, but 4 earned runs, most of it on that 3-run home run. Perez pitched 2 innings, gave up a run. Minter 1 inning, strikeout. Ben's 2 for 3 with the 2 home runs, had 3 RBIs, all the offense for us. Ewing was 1 for 3. Mets only had 5 hits, struck out 11 times, and only earned 2 walks. So down 2-0 in the series, trying to avoid a sweep. Coming into Game 3, had Peralta on the mound. Freddie Peralta. Although he was inefficient with throwing strikes, he was effective at limiting damage, aided by 2 double plays to negate the 6 hits he allowed. Mets would score in the first on consecutive singles by Bichette and Soto, leading to Bichette scoring on an error. Mariners tied it in the bottom of the first on a home run by the first batter, J.P. Crawford. And that would be the only runs allowed by Peralta. Mets would score 4 in the fourth with a 1-out walk by Melendez. Then 3 singles in a row by Torrens, Benj, and Bichette with the 2 RBIs there after Soto beat out a potential double play. And with Benj at third, Soto stole second, and Benj took off for home on a throw to complete the double steal. Benj stealing home. Then a Jared Young double scored Soto. An RBI double by Melendez in the fifth, and a Bichette sac fly in the eighth would complete the scoring. Mets win 7-1. Peralta, 6 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, only that 1 earned run on the leadoff home run, 6 hits and 2 walks. So it was good to see him kind of put an end to the little losing streak we had. I know I said in my previous video I was not impressed with Peralta, really. I mean, he's a good, what I was really saying is he's a good pitcher, but the talk is about, extending or signing him to a long-term contract, which he's going to seek. He's most likely going to get it, at least 5 years from somebody. I just don't know if it's the right move for us to make. There's also a lot of talk about him being a potential trade piece if we don't climb back into this race, but there's still time, month and a half until the trade deadline, a little bit more. So we'll see how it plays out. If we fall further out by then, I could definitely see them trading him. But I don't mean to say he's a bad pitcher. I mean, I would keep him on the team if he'd be able to sign like a team-friendly deal. I just don't know if it's going to be worth what he's going to command in the offseason and free agency. Rayleigh, Weaver, and Gerber all threw an inning, no runs. Bo Bichette, 4 for 4, 3 RBIs and a run scored. A.J. Ewing, 3 for 5 with a run scored. Jared Young, 2 for 5, double and RBI. He seems to be taking over that everyday first base position, or at least earning a spot in the lineup every day. He's been one of our better hitters since he's come back from being injured. Really puts up really good at bats, hits for some power, does all the things we need. Mets in this game had 14 hits, still with the 10 strikeouts. Mariners got a good pitching staff, so it's going to be tough. In this game, we were able to score to 7 runs. So, hey, way to salvage the last game there. Mariners a good team. I mean, we saw them last year. We got to the ALCS. very nearly got to the World Series. They're missing a couple guys, especially Cal Riley's been out, but they are a winning team and they have aspirations to win their division. So, we're not going to go in there and kick them around. Could have stole that first game. Unfortunately, gave up the tying home run and went to the 10th and couldn't score, and then gave up the walk-off in the first. And first game, second game was kind of all Seattle. Tong really let it get out of hand there, and our defense let him down as well. And then we responded in the third game. So, I'll take it. I would have loved to take 2 out of 3. Obviously, we need every win we can get, but, not satisfying by any means. But, we didn't get swept. That's good. Fought back. So then move on to San Diego for the weekend. Game 1 over there, we had Christian Scott starting, trying to stay in the groove. Jared Young home run put us up in the second. Then in the third, an RBI triple by Bichette would score Luis Torrens from second to make it 2-0. We go to the fifth, where Torrens hit a blast to straightaway center to score Beatty. Really nice to see him hit for some power. He's been getting a lot of them slap hits down the right field line, or a couple base hits here and there. He's not killing it by any means, but he seems to do just enough to to help the team on offense. We know he brings a solid defense, but any contribution we can get from him. That was his first home run of the season. That put the Mets up 4-0. Mets would score again in the ninth off the unhittable Mason Miller. A.J. Ewing with the 1-out single. He then stole second and third, where Beatty would knock him in with a single. So in that game, Mets take this one 5-0. First game of the series in San Diego. Christian Scott, 5 2/3 innings, 3 strikeouts. Only 3, but hey, he was getting a lot of big outs there. The 0 runs, always good to see. Only 3 hits. He had the 2 walks, but that's not too big of a deal. Wasn't quite able to make it out of the 6th, but Brazoban came in, held him down there, threw another inning, and then Weaver and Minner finished it off for the Mets. As far as the hitting, Young was 2 for 4 with the home run, RBI and a run. Luis Torrens, 2 for 4, a double, a home run, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. Beatty and Bichette each with 2 hits and an RBI. And A.J. Ewing keeps doing all the things we need him to do. In addition, he's been playing really good defense in center field. He's really just playing center field full time now. Like they're moving him all around in the minors, but seems to feel at home out in center. Speed definitely helps him out there. So good to see. He had 2 stolen bases in this game, both in the 9th inning with Miller on the mound. We go to game 2 of this series. Noel McLean on the mound, trying to find his rhythm after some rocky outings. He's facing Griffin Cannon in this one. Mets score first in the second on a Semien walk. A single by Ewing, then an RBI single by Beatty. McLean would give that back in the third on a Tatis RBI single, but he struck out Machado with 2 runners on to limit them in that inning. Mets retook the lead in the 7th on a home run by Semien, but then Austin Warren, he would allow a 2-run home run to Freddie Fermin of all people, making it 3-2 San Diego. Mets would get 2 runners on in the 8th, but Soto hit into a double play. And then in the 9th, Ewan worked the 2-out walk against Miller, but Vientos struck out to end the game. So disappointing one there. Another sneaky home run hurting us in this game. This one put us down, put us behind in the game, and we weren't able to tie it up again. McLean, he looked better in this one. I mean, Padres offense is struggling. They have some, big names on their team, but they're like one of the worst scoring teams in the league this year. But he was able to get through 6 for us with 5 strikeouts, only to 1 run, 3 hits and 3 walks. Walks are still a little high for him. Warren, it's been pretty solid for us throughout the season. Unfortunately, he got ambushed by Fermin. Definitely an unlikely source, but yeah, he came through for them, and they need all the runs they can get too. It would have been nice to battle back. We had some opportunities, but with the Padres, they got Miller. He's gonna shut teams down when they're trying to come back. We had opportunities in the 8th, but couldn't do it. And then, Ewing battled, got on base, just couldn't get the hit we needed there. So far in this series, a split. Then we come to game 3. See the Mets score in the first on a Benj single and a Bichette double, which allowed Soto to drive in the run with a ground-out, scoring Benj. Brazoban came out as the opener once again. He worked around 2 walks to hold the Padres scoreless. Marcus Semien would lead off the second with another home run for him, his 3rd of the road trip. Manaea came on in the second then and allowed 2 base runners, but no damage to hold the lead. We'll go to the 5th, where Benj hit a leadoff single, followed by a Bichette single and a walk to Soto, loading the bases. Jared Young would score Benj on a single to center. Then A.J. Ewing hit a sac fly to right. That scored a run, but Soto was thrown out going to third. Manaea then gave 2 of those right back on another 2-run home run by Fermin. This guy is, man, we seem to get hurt by the most unlikely people sometimes. But we fought back this time. Solo home runs by Melendez and Benj in the 6th put the lead back up to 4 runs. In the 8th, then, Benj would hit a triple to score Beatty. That was Benj's 5th hit of the game. Fermin, he's not going to go down lightly, apparently. He had an RBI double in garbage time in the 9th off Devin Williams and made the score 7-3. That was the final score, 7-3. Good way to end the series. Take 2 out of 3 against the Padres. They're struggling. I mean, they're kind of in a funk like we were during our losing streak. But for us to go in there, I mean, they're still a winning team. They got a winning record. For us to go over there and take 2 out of 3 against them, it's good way to end the road trip. 3-3 road trip. Brazoban once again as the opener. Had the 1 inning with 2 walks. Manaea looking better. Hopefully starting to get back to what we're expecting from him. He gave us 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, the 2 runs on the home run, but 4 hits and a walk. And then we saw innings by Raley, Minter, Weaver, and Williams, with Williams allowing a run. Benj, 5 for 5. First career 5-hit game. It was also, pretty sure it was first 4-hit game. But, man, this kid is really I like what I see from him. I'm sure everybody does, and it's kind of obvious. I mean, with the slow start he was off to, and all the talk about maybe him not being ready, man, he's proven everybody wrong, or at least proven the Mets and Stearns right by sticking with him through that, and he's paying off big time for us. Like I said, 5 for 5, a triple, home run, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs in this game. Semien enjoying a little power surge. He was 2 for 5 at a home run. Bichette 2 for 5. Look at the series as a whole. Win the first game 5-0. Drop the second game, unfortunately, 2-3. Then take the last one 7-3. We're now 3-3 in June. All those games are on the road, all from this road trip. So as we try to piece together a positive June, off to an okay start. Like I said, we got a tough schedule this month, so we really got to bring our A game everywhere we go. It's tough to start off with our this road trip right at the beginning of the month. Luckily, it is our final West Coast trip of the season. I think it's like it just seems unfair to have to travel back and forth so much this early in the season. Like, man, it has to be done, but I don't know why it's so bunched up in the beginning of the season. Can't spread it out a little bit. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it doesn't help that we weren't playing well most of the time, but we don't have to do that anymore. No more really late games, so that's good for the rest of the season. In these two series, runs scored, Mets outscored the opponents 26-18. Benj on this road trip. Obviously, a lot of this is the 5-for-5 game, but he was on a whole 9 for 25, 3 home runs. He also had the 2 home run game against Seattle, so can't forget that one. In the 6 games, he had 5 RBIs, scored 6 runs. Semien with 3 home runs on the trip. Christian Scott continues to impress in his last 3 starts, 16 and a third innings pitched with 16 strikeouts, only 1 run allowed. So, man, if he can continue doing that, he's almost become our ace, really, with Peralta kind of being uneven, McLean definitely struggling, but he had a decent outing in his last one, and then we're trying to piece together those other 2 spots. Seems like Manaya's taken one of them, and then I guess they sent Tong back down, so I don't know what they're gonna do. We'll see. We got some work to do on those last 2 spots. But with the 3-3 road trip, Mets find themselves 5 games out of the wild card now. That's currently held by the Diamondbacks. But as I said, we got the schedule coming up in June. We're going to play all these teams that we have to catch. I mean, the Diamondbacks hold the last wild card spot, but there's like every other team is between us and them. So, we really gotta keep playing well, win the close games when we can. That's the key. I mean, we lost 2 one-run games in this little stretch here. We could have had a 5-1 road trip. That would have been excellent. But we're fighting to get back in the mix. We play St. Louis, got them coming to town. Try to win that series, and then Atlanta coming in, and they're playing better than anybody. So we got to get it done right now. Start winning these games. I mean, I think Atlanta is probably too far out for us to catch. But that doesn't mean we can't beat them head to head and, do ourselves a favor and, just by winning some games. Not even a matter of trying to catch them, but we have to face them still like 12, 13 times. So, we got to show up against them. And you know how they want to always beat us and like rub it in our faces, try to kick us when we're down. And they're going to try to do that. So, like I said, after 65 games, Mets are 29 and 36, still 7 games under 500. We got to do it. I think if, we can get a winning record this month, by doing that, we'll have to beat a lot of the teams that are between us and a wild card. It's going to help us in that area. Got a couple things to figure out with our pitching staff. Hopefully we'll get Lindor back in the next 2 weeks or so. I don't really know the exact timeline. Alvarez is working his way back. Polanco, I believe, hit a little snag, but I think he'll be back this month. Not sure about Robert. He might be a done deal. I don't know what to expect from there, but hey, we got these young guys contributing, getting more and more comfortable. Now that they're in the majors, they're here to stay, it seems. Ben's taking the leadoff role and running with it. He's definitely excelling. Really good to see. We got a lot of questions to answer in the lineup as well. I mean, like I was talking about with Young, he seems to be the favorite at the first base. But I mean, Vientos, that guy, wow, like he seems to be falling apart. I mean, he was hot for a little bit a couple weeks ago, and was playing solid defense, but now it seems his defense is falling apart and he's just looking terrible at the plate. I don't really know with him. I'm not gonna bash him too much because he could just as easily turn around and win us a couple games. I would love to see that, but I'm not really sure what's going on with him. But anyway, yeah, let's get ready for the Cardinals to come to town, take it to them. They beat us 2 out of 3 at their place earlier in the year. Let's get a little bit of revenge on them. They're playing well. They're right there in the wild card spot. Just got to keep winning games. So I'm going to keep following the team, cheering them on. Should be able to watch a couple of these games this week. Now that they start at normal times, but hey, I just want to see some quality baseball being played. All right, that's it for this episode. I'll try to catch you guys hopefully after the Cardinal series. If not, I'll do a double take on that and the Braves series, and I'm hoping to have some good news to talk about. All right, let's go Mets.